Do you feel like you're spending time and energy on taking things personally when instead you could actually be focusing on your goals, on your dreams, on things that you actually want? One of the easiest ways to become successful, which I'm going to talk about in this video, and one of the easiest ways to create your ideal future is to not take things personally, and I'm going to tell you what to do instead. My name is Alex Morgan, and I help you align your actions, your beliefs, your dreams, and your thinking so that you can achieve success. And success is here, so you might as well be ready for it so you can choose those opportunities and those possibilities. So one of the things that I notice in my clients, one of the biggest things, a lot of things that they have in common is a lot of people take things personally. Now, have you ever thought why it's important to actually not take things personally, or why you actually do that? Maybe it's because you don't think you're good enough, you don't deserve it, you're not confident enough in yourself. Sure, those can all be reasons of why you might take things personally. Or maybe those other people are just being rude, and that's fine too. However, have you ever actually thought that you might be taking things personally because you have something unresolved inside of yourself, and that other person on the outside of you is actually showing you this? So what do I mean by this? Well, the reality around us, it's a mirror of our inner self, our inner map that we think is reality. So if we have something unresolved inside of us, and someone is doing something and we're taking it personally, and it's frustrating us, it's irritating us, maybe it makes us mad, maybe it really just pisses us off. Well, the thing is, if someone's doing something and it's really getting us that upset and they don't have really malicious intent, let's say, chances are if we get negative emotions about that, we can be pretty sure that that's something that we have inside of ourselves that we haven't resolved yet. So it's quite simple. The easiest way to not take things personally anymore is to resolve your own stuff on the inside. Like I mentioned earlier, it could be things like limiting beliefs, negative emotions, lack of confidence. However, it's very simple. You have to resolve what's going on inside of you, and then you have to gain control, meaning you have to actually think about what you do want. Because when you're spending time thinking about what you want and thinking about yourself, you're not going to be worried about what anyone else has to say, because you're in control of your future. Because me, I used to take things personally all the time. I thought people were making fun of me and poking fun at me, when really they're just talking about their own insecurities. Most of the time when people get upset, you're having a conversation and they think you're trying to argue with them. Has this ever happened to you? They think you're trying to argue with them, and you're literally just having a calm conversation, and you're almost talking like this, and they're like, why are you raising your voice? Why are you doing this? And you're like, wow, okay, awesome, I see where this is going. You don't take it personally. You just figure that person, maybe something you said irritated them, and they have something inside of them that they have to resolve. So when you work on your negative emotions, when you work on your limiting beliefs, you won't have to worry about really what other people say, because you'll be in control. And when you work on those things, you'll have more energy and more time to spend on the things that make you feel good. And your whole reality will change. Because inside of you, remember, you have a map, and that's what you think your reality is on the outside. So if you got rid of negative emotions and limiting beliefs and you're not taking things personally anymore, think about the type of people that you're actually going to be around. They're probably going to be full of all the wonderful emotions that you're full of. They're going to be more thinking like you, don't you think? I mean, it's pretty great just to consider this, how the world is essentially a mirror of you. So if you resolve all your own stuff, there's no need to even worry about taking things personally. You'll know when people are projecting and when they're getting upset, and you're not upset at all. You're just like, okay, fine. That's a projection of theirs. And if they're conscious enough and understand some of these concepts, it's okay to even tell them, if you have enough rapport with them, to say, hey, look, I'm not trying to argue with you here. I see that you're a bit upset, you're a bit irritated. Maybe this is something that we can discuss on another level so you can actually resolve what's going on inside of yourself here. And then you can start to help people, because that's the great way when you put effort in your mind. It allows you to actually start helping people, tell them what you know. And this makes the world a better place. That's the whole reason I make these videos. It's the whole reason I've done all my training, so I can actually help people change their thinking. And when people change their thinking, this changes the whole world around them, and maybe that changes the whole world around those people, and it gets bigger and bigger, and the effect can be so huge. So we want to be in charge of our results. If we're pointing the finger outside and we're blaming others for our problems on the inside that we're not resolving, and we're taking those things personally, that's our problem. That's no one else's problem if they say something and they don't have malicious intent and it makes us mad. That is our problem. So the easiest way to not take things personally is you need to be conscious of when you're projecting, and when you are taking something personally, pause and think, why is this upsetting me? Why am I taking this personally? Why am I taking this to heart? Why does it bother me so much? What is it making me feel? And whatever comes up, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do instead? So what can your mind do instead besides that limiting belief or that negative emotion? There's got to be many positive things that it can do. So that's the easiest way to not take things personally, is do the inner work on you. And one of my great guests on my podcast, Justin Kopitz, said that inner work is easier than you think. It's not something that is so hard. It's actually pretty easy. You just put effort in your mind and you think about what you want. Yes, you have to take action, but the more effort you put in your mind, the less action you have to take in the physical. So that's it for taking things personally. I hope that nothing that I said in this video had you taking anything personally. If it did, reach out to me. We can have a conversation about it. It'd be great to have. So if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the support I've been getting lately. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.